Cool, so, hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back to the Fenix Sim Airbus A320 V2. Finally got it working, thanks to support from Fenix. Issues with the content manager, delivery manager, where you can download deliveries for it, and also two issues connecting to the servers as well. So, thank you again, Fenix, for basically going through customer service and fixing all the issues and sorting it all out. Much appreciated, much appreciated. So today, taking flights out of Heathrow Airport in the Fenix Sim A320 from here in London Heathrow to Venice. Last time of just under 2 hours. Welcome, Captain UK heading. Welcome channel chat. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Also a message from AppInTheAir, streaming at the same time. Very, very nice. Right, let's get ourselves going, shall we? I am also running the auto FPS mod in the background, so touch wood. You can see it's already struggling there a little bit. 20 FPS. Hold on. If that minimum load is 80, you could try and work with it, can you? Yeah, I'm trying to work out ways to sort out my low FPS problems and been playing around with this earlier on, so hopefully this gives a little boost in the background to keep things going as well. Welcome, Dutta, how are you doing? Yes, good to be back, Captain UK, good to be back. I'm sure I'm going to be just here again for another 2-3 weeks after this anyway, but we'll see. Hopefully a little more activity. I don't see external power unit, so let's connect a GPU. One of those, please. Right, aircraft comes to life. System screens do a self-test. Run the background. Right, I switch to nav, slightly alignment for that. Use the VHF1 for reference. Stick the cargo heat in the rear for measurement. Crew oxygen supply on. Set the nav logo lights position 1. Strobes automatic. Beacon lights stay off, and that's emergency exit lights go to arm. That should be most of the overhead completed already. Of course, see how it sounds after the aircraft fuels up, and no smoking. Right, it actually comes on, I guess. No smoking in the airplane. Right, so that's all set up. That's all aligning. Looking pretty good. Right, FMGC. Let's get this aircraft line, shall we? So flying from Echo Golf Lima Lima to Lima India Papa Zulu. Goes into that. Flight number or call sign Speedbird 592 goes into there. Welcome aviator overall heading. Welcome channel. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing alright, mates. Align the IRS. British Airways costing 20 and cruising altitude. Let's grab our flight plan today. British Airways cruising altitude of. Also muted. Flight level 370, 37,000 feet. Right, next page. 0.6 gravity, we'll grab that from the tablets. Import flight data from SimBrief. So far so good, everything pretty smooth, so hopefully that's going to be the theme for today. But chose Heathrow specifically because I know flying and departing out of London, that's when the FPS can get a bit shaky, so we'll hopefully see how things go with that. Right, so let's grab our mass and balance, and we shall load the aircraft through GSX integration. So the Fenix now has GSX integration, which is absolutely fantastic.
Truck is on its way.
Let the truck arrive. Fuel the aircraft up.
Boarding requested.
I'm going to request boarding at the same time, as I sometimes do. So I'm glad the Fenix agrees that fuel and boarding goes at the same time. Yeah, other than that, not looking too bad so far. I don't think we've got AT at Heathrow at the moment, so we look at departure. Of course, keep an eye on the web eye as things change. As the flight progresses, it should get pretty much full coverage on the way to Venice.
Passengers boarding starting.
Yeah, passengers boarding, so we'll also do packs at the same time. Send it to Venice, 592, 37,000 cruise, 1 hour 45 on the clock, departure in approximately 24 minutes. A320, 150 passengers. There is Wi-Fi, no entertainment on board. No boarding music, but I have got the British Airways safety briefing. Yes to snacks, no to meals. Customers are required, flight numbers not continue, and starts the boarding. That's GSX to the ground. I might turn down the volume slightly. It's a little bit loud compared to the rest of the
Fuel
sim.
truck is in position.
Turn that down slightly.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asked to do it.
There we go, that's a bit more like it. Cool. Yes, use IVAO. When it's been active at times. How can I use that sim? Account suspended. Long story. Right, 0 for weight and sim to gravity block fuel. Jump over to the tablets. These fuels are live, so can't use that as a reference. What I can do is go over to my flights. I hope it's to be in there somewhere. It's not. I'm actually quite curious because it's requested boarding on GSX, the Fenix, but it's not running it on the fuel truck, is it? There's the fuel guy now, loading up the fuel. My account's been banned on that sim for the best part of 4 years now, across the UK, so I don't think there's a chance of me getting back into that. I've asked, I've requested. They're not looking to talk, so not much I can really say about that. Right, aircraft's filling up now.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Yeah, cool. So that's all linked up. That's going to do it on the background. Right. Okay, let's do it from the tablet then. Or the flight plan even. A bit smaller. Whoops. Alright, so 0 fuel weight is 59.42. Block fuel is going to be 7.77. That bit I can do quite easy. Center of gravity, that's the one I'm going to have to try and figure out. That is going to be... Center of gravity, 0 fuel weights, max 2. Cool. Right, so 59.4. 29.6. Perfect. Right, next page, that's all completed. Head to flight plan, let's book another route, shall we? So, we go down to our waypoints. Our first waypoint today is going to be... It's quite long actually, got to plug all that in. A lot of fun. Right, starting off with Detzling. After Detzling, we fly the Lima 6 to Dover. Then it's Uniform Lima 9 to Conan. Followed by Cock. Sorry, Uniform Lima 607 to Cock. Insert that and go straight to an airway. To waypoint even, which is going to be Adosa. Waypoint. Adosa flies direct to Sutal. That takes us to Golf Tango Quebec.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bin
Then
and
it's
smaller
Beggar.
items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin.
Direct
If you have any
to
trouble finding a
Elma.
location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you
Then we
put
go
your
to
carry-on items
Resia.
in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that
Then
way
it's
other
Papa
passengers can get by
131
you.
back to the airways now.
You're seated in an
Papa
emergency exit row.
131
Please review
takes
the
us
exit
to
seating
Dosa.
responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these
Lima
actions.
612
If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be received.
to
Now's the time to
Albert.
get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets.
And that's in the flight plan. So departure goes to runway 27 right onto Detzling to Foxtrot departure. And it's the Albert's 2 Echo arrival onto runway 04 right. Flight on departure is expected to runway 27 right, Detzling to Foxtrot. That goes into there. We notice some smoothness on the departure part, which is looking good. So if we then go to, well, if the maps have become available, and then we'll check the flight plan compared to what we're expecting. Yeah, Toxic Flight Sim will be 4 years old soon, not too far away from that now, coming to the coming to September. A380 still coming soon, I'm afraid. RV still coming soon. Have to wait for that a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm glad you. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the tutorial videos. Got people into flying. Some people want to do again at some point, but they're just so time-consuming to make. I really don't have the time anymore, especially with my job. Right, let's have a look. The backup indicator here. It's the flight plan coming to life. Go to plan mode, just quickly goes through all the waypoints, missions, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. Should be okay with that. Everything looks okay. No random brakes, no random like waypoints in the wrong direction, and then we go to Albert for the arrival. Perfect. Right. Waiting for the loading. So doing passengers, cargo's take a little bit longer. That's we're still fueling. It's fine. In the meantime, if there's no ATC, then I think we can get away with setting up the altitude to 37,000 feet. We go straight to cruise.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
And likewise. Oh, that's pretty much it. Let's just listen to the ATIS, get our weather information going. So listen to the weather at Heathrow.
Winds 290 at 14 knots, gusting to 27 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, sky clear. Temperature 11 degrees Celsius, dew point 2 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1016. Winds 290 at 14 knots.
So that's Stansted weather. Sorry, Stansted Heathrow. That's Heathrow weather there.
We're ready to go when you are.
Boarded on the pack side of things, so waiting for GSX to finish its ground. So yeah, winds 290 at 14 knots, so fairly heavy winds, although gusting up to 27, means that we have to be very careful on departure, not to blow the aircraft to the side. Visibility 10 kilometers, skies clear, temperatures at 11 centigrades, and a dew point of 2. Do you want a 2 degrees Celsius? So is it raining? Okay, I guess not. Dew point 2 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1016. That's been set. Fuel truck's done now, so hopefully get the baggage on board. If the baggage is going, then we are good to go. How to calculate current TMI for Oceanic? I must admit, he's a dream player. I don't know. I don't really do much in the way of Oceanics, or in the way of AC if it comes to that. Something I've never really done, so I'm going to complete this one with you, dude, and say I actually do not know. How are we doing? Go overhead, so overhead's pretty much good to go. Fuel loaded, so turn on seatbelt sign, thank you. Yeah, I guess I'm just sitting here now until the aircraft's fully loaded and ready to go. Okay, find ourselves at London Heathrow, stand 515. How are you doing? 17 FPS. You're not doing very well, are you? What's FPS? To be fair, well, the limit I believe is my CPU. CPU is definitely what's going to be holding us back for this one. CPU utilization 80%. GPU, the VRAMs are being a bit high there, so that's going to be a bit of a limiting factor. 3D's okay. That's not probably not having a problem. GPU memory, so that's a bit on the low side. CPU. Again, if I thought about a CPU, I'd probably see a big jump of that. Especially to RAM, just over half of that anyway, so not too bad for that regard. But things to monitor, things to keep an eye on as things progress. Right. So passengers are done now, both on GSX and PAX. So we're really just waiting now for the cargo to go up. Once that's been loaded on board, then we can push start and get out of it. It's 27 right departure runway, isn't it? So we're gonna have to make a push to push facing north. So whereby there's a A300 coming into arrival. DHL coming in from Paris. So good chance to spot that on the arrival. They're going to be down to 27 left, which is the spotting runway at Heathrow. It's Mercer Avenue's approach. And that's our flight there, Stansted. Keep saying Stansted. Heathrow. Heathrow to to Venice. I'll drop a link in chat as well, so if you guys want to check us on the IVAO web, I can do so via that. Welcome, Gaming Junior. How you doing? Watch channel chat. Hope you're keeping alright, mates. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I've dropped a link in the chat. I'll pin it to the top as well. So if you want to check our flight on website, feel free to do so via that link there. I'm also watching the speed arrow. Every so often it just pops up. That's the wind gusting. It's actually being detected by the aeroplane there. So one thing for us to keep a very close eye on as the things make our way to the runway. On the ground, you do feel gusts. Definitely feel a few aircraft, a few pushes against the aircrafts as we make our way to the runway in a minute. Company message received. That's most likely going to be our loading sheet. To Atsu, AOC receives messages. Load sheets, accepts that. Yeah, it's numbers that we already know for the most part. So yeah, fuel, loads, takeoff weights. Yeah, it's all just general aircraft information. While we are here though, what I can also do is go to our performance data. And let's load our departure performance, shall we? Since sheet preliminary. Cool, so I think that's okay. So it's 147, 147, 148, flaps 1, trim down 0, 1. 147, 148, 101. There. Flex temp, that's going to be 61, so fairly high on that today. And then just our trim to down 0.1, which to be fair is for the most part already there. Oh, can you not adjust that anymore? I guess not. Cool, yeah, to this point, we are pretty much good to go. Wait for the last few bags to be loaded. Once they're on board, we can get out of there. Let's grab my water bottle. And see how the DHL is doing. Let's turn on to final now, so they'll be landing fairly soon. On the left, on the this side over here. No view just yet for them. Nearly there now, last 5 suitcases to be loaded. So while we wait, what we're going to do is just head over to tablets. Fenix, ground services, and can we do a pushback from here, or do we need to do the pushback from the... Yeah, I'll do it from GSX menu, so put your max departure information, GSX, and prepare pushback and departure. So, once boarding completed, we'll go straight into our departure setup. AP, you can turn that on now. Our predictive wind shear is also turned on. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a slower departure performance than usual. Normally at this point I'm already have engine started, so definitely a bit of a delay on our departure, I think. That's going to make the world's speediest taxi to 27 right, we're seeing it for a little while longer. That can go to auto, that can go to TAR right. Everything else pretty standard. So you're about 9 minutes now to our associated departure time. Ah, there you go, last bag. Wait for it to go up the conveyor belt. Eventually. Oh, hey, we've done. Okay, right. Boarding completed. Departure clearance requested. Alright. What I'm gonna do is. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Should I
and
not?
welcome aboard
What
Flight
we're going to do is AP bleed comes on.
Our flight time will be
Sets
roughly
the
1
bleed
hour.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
45
pushback.
minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed.
No, I don't
If
want
you
to
have not
pushback
already,
just yet.
please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your
Uploaded,
lap.
thank
The
you.
tray
Go
tables and
back,
seatbacks must be in
Phoenix,
the full
ground,
upright
get
and
rid
locked
of ground
position for
services, that's
departure.
all done,
Cabin
thank
crew, prepare
you.
doors for departure, cross checks, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
Right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So 27 right, it's nose right, tail left. Nose ground launch left or right hand side? Left hand side. Facing north, taxiway Alpha.
Locking gear.
Gotta be very careful because I know flights FS realistic. I've had issues in the past where it's can conflict with packs and basically just sims physics in general. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem this time. We'll have to wait and see when pushback starts. Please.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So far so good. Engine starts. Engine 2 start. And of course, we've got to go with the early 2000s British Airways safety briefing. That's the best one. Or fights people that say otherwise for our duets.
Please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration.
And of course
Thank you for flying with us.
was the weak joke. We've lost your bags. We've lost your bags. Do 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 do. Yeah, if you was it Mock the Week, not news. Yeah, Mock the Week. That was Oh, what's the guy's name? Yeah, was on Taskmaster a couple seasons ago. Hugh.
We're now going to explain the emergency
Remind me now,
procedures
what's the
of
surname
this British
again?
Airways aircraft. The captain and
And
the
someone
crew are here
starts.
for your safety. It is important that you pay
Come on,
attention and
FPS.
follow instructions
Make it
carefully.
FPS.
First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end.
Set parking brakes.
To unfasten,
Parking
simply
brakes
lift up the
set.
metal flap of the
Cockpit to
buckle
ground.
and
We
pull
have a good
apart.
engine start.
You'll
You
find
can
the seatbelt
disconnect.
sign in the panel
Unlocking
above your
gear.
head. When it's on,
whoa,
you must
there
fasten
we
your
go.
seatbelt. We'll
That's,
provide extension seatbelts for infants.
Okay, they've now set to
We
diverting,
suggest
so
you
it believes
keep
he's just
your
made a
seatbelt
landing here. I
fastened
have to
and visible
restart.
during our flight.
That's the flight. That's annoying, that's annoying, that's annoying. 1:45. Departure is now in 3 minutes. A320, 150, yes, Wi-Fi, boom. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at that. Right, British Airways says that's fine. it will continue boarding process. When we start taxiing, it's going to restart the whole boarding process again, but that's fine. Right, I think that's what's supposed to get away GSX, so that's going to disconnect everything off the ground. It has, so we're very much ready to taxi. Flaps down to, whoops, flaps 1. Single flight, yes, I've made of mine. Ended up having a flaps 3 calculator, which was a bit odd. Take off out of Barcelona. Emergency menu, received. It's going to be another load sheet. That's something I already know. Right, pre-flight controls check. Flaps down position 1. Elevators set. Aileron set. Rudder set. Brake sets. That's all good. Right, so we have takeoff config. Brake sets to max. Seat belt signs are on. Cabin check. Spoilers armed. Off. Right, cabin will get back to us when they're ready for departure. Let's release the parking brakes and taxi to the runway.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location
Fairly
for
simple
your
taxi
carry-on
for us.
items,
We're gonna
please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to
cross over to,
If the
well,
overhead
click on
bin
Alpha
is full,
basically.
please make
Click
sure
on
you
Alpha,
close
make it
it
right,
as a courtesy
and
to other
taxi down to the
passengers.
end of the runway.
Please double check
Well, if
that
we
all
haven't got
your
taxi
items are
long,
put away
but
so that
that's
the aisle
not a
is
problem
clear
for
and other
us.
passengers can make their way to their seats. If
So
you're in an
Cobra,
emergency exit row, please read the
cross
exit
Bravo,
seating
and
responsibilities
on to
in the
Alpha.
card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know. So that we
Heavy
can
modding
proceed.
flights from
Now's the
London
time
City
get out
to
any
Florence,
last-minute
Embraer 190, very
technical
nice.
features if you need to, but we
British
ask that once we
Airways,
depart from the gate, you put away
ITA,
any
or
laptops or
German
tablets.
Airlines, I
Thank
think
you,
also
and
operates
welcome
London
aboard.
to Milan as well, in the Embraer from City. British Airways, ITA, or German Airways. Not Lufthansa, German Air. I didn't know about them until recently. I was at work, just up in the sky, and I thought, hang on a minute, I don't recognise that
Our
aircraft.
flight time will be roughly
Yeah,
1
German
hour
Airways.
and 45 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
There we go.
Thank you
Flower
for flying
duet.
with us.
Best be a safety thing. I'm fairly sure the A320 was always a manual safety thing, same as the 737-400s that they used to have until fairly recently. Gatwick. Did their former Dan Air operations, the Gatwick branch of British Airways. Brought out in the 1990s, and then BA took over their entire Gatwick operation. So BA used to use the A318, but that was only for the New York flight out of City. Outbound stop over in Shannon, return and find direct.
The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even to use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around
Nice
your
sunset
waist
slowly
and tie them
taking over
securely
London
in a
right
double
now.
bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket
In the
when
golden
you
hour
leave the
flights,
aircraft.
we should be landing
We
in
will
Venice in the
supply
dark.
lifecots
2 hour
for
flight
babies
duration.
and
By the time we get
life
to
jackets for
Italy,
children.
sun should nice well be set.
In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. But when seated facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heel shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed.
Go all the way to the end. Take one of the
There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you. To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrows. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides.
Right, go on then.
The slides can also be
Slow the
inflated
aircraft
by
down.
pulling this handle.
Hold short 27 right. Announce the
Jump
unicorn
onto
our
the
attention to
slide
the
and move
parts
away from
and
the
get
aircraft.
out of here.
If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket
Heathrow
is
traffic,
fitted with a
speedbird
light and a
592,
whistle.
departing Heathrow runway 26
Your
right
oxygen mask is
via
behind
Alpha
the panel
6.
just above your head. If the cabin air
Right, so I
system
just made a
should
Unicom
fail,
announcements,
this will
just
be
state my
released.
intentions
Stay
of
in your
departure.
seat and pull the mask towards you to
You can
open
go
your
that's
supply.
set,
Please note that the bag does not
and lights
inflate.
on.
Place it over
Take
your
off
mouth and
lights
nose
set.
and adjust the band to secure it. Then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some
Cabin crew,
areas,
seats
you
for
release
departure,
the mask
please.
by
Seats
pulling
for
on this
departure.
coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen
Ooh,
to
definitely not a
retrieve
flight
your
attendant
mask.
well, it's flight general
All
message,
electronic
general
devices,
message is
including
fine.
mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach, and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're
Yeah,
airborne.
question is, do we
Please
wait for
check
safety
FlyLive
briefing to end or do we
magazine.
depart?
Take care
Because
your
with
hand
that safety
baggage
briefing
isn't
comes
blocking the
our
aisles or
cabin crew
exits.
message as
It
well.
must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully,
Come on.
as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff,
Here we go.
please make sure that your tray
Right,
table
that's the last
is put
bit. Tray
away,
table, then the
your
music
seat is
starts,
upright,
and then
your armrest is down.
we go.
Please stow your individual video screen and footstool if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask.
There
your
we
crew.
go. Right.
We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
Right, start the clock.
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
Thank you. So it's 40.
Please note, the cabin lights
Engines
will be dimmed
1,
for
2
departure
stable.
and landing. If you require additional lighting, there's a reading light on the
Mantec
control button.
61, SRS runway. Also thrust blue, thrust is set, 60 knots. 80. Hundreds. I wouldn't have any number on our speed there, but assuming that V1 and rotates. Push to the right. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Definitely getting a little bit of a push there from the turbulence, but nothing the aircraft can't handle. Follow the crosshairs on the flight director. And towards Italy. Probably not a return flight just yet today, given I've got to go to work at 4 in the morning tomorrow. We've got time for a long way before I have to go to bed myself. Right, left hand turn, let's follow the flight, so departure man out. I'm going to go beyond the 6,000 feet holds, go straight up to cruising level. In the meantime, a nice sunset over London. There, flaps up. Halfway through this turn now, Heathrow visible to our left hand sides. What I like about the Delhi departure is that we do basically fly alongside the entire capital a little bit. So we have London to our north, we have Gatwick Airport to our south. You can just fly a little path in between it, alongside the M25. The crosshairs are now level off again. Autopilot comes on. Set the aircraft in open climb to approach 6,000. Continue on from there, I guess. Set to standard, on that. Whoops, that's going to be Gatwick loading, so expect a violent jump in the aircraft there when that unfreezes. But when it does, then we'll go to standard altimeter, so past 6,000 feet, the standard altitude choose cross at London. Just give us a minute to pick up again as it loads up more scenery. This flight sim will be to death for me, there we go. All that. Perfect. What's your go-to meal if you had to choose takeaway like Leon? If I choose takeaway, it would probably be Chipotle. I mean, I've had it once in the UK, I've had it a few times in America, I absolutely love Chipotle. And if I had to go for a more traditional one, Burger King. I'm sorry, I prefer Burger King over Mackey's. I always have done, I always will. Right, approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights now come off and retracted. Let the aircraft make this turn. Provided everything is steady and stable, and then pretty happy to let the seatbelt signs switch off. I don't mind Leon. I must admit, I'm not a massive fan of their ketchup they put onto their muffins. Otherwise, they're alright. There's some things I'm not a massive fan of. Breakfast spots are actually quite good though, the English breakfast
You can
spots.
now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be
Some landers landmarks in the background. I'll talk about auto FPS as well at some point. It's interesting how it works. Still playing around with it, kind of learning what things we can play with, but in terms of the actual program, how it does stuff, it's a smart little tool. Cannot deny that. seatbelt signs come off. Passengers, you are now free to roam around the cabin. I don't know if that's GSX integration, probably not. No, I know the Flyby does, the Fenix does not. Right, so after the cabin, the mix of Italian and English names. Anyone you recognise, give us a shout. Check out their stats. Nobody I noticed straight off the bat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Nobody I recognise personally. Well, it's 150 people on board. It's a mostly full flight. A few empty seats dotted about here and there, but other than that, it's not looking too bad. Passing 15,000 feet. I do still volunteer on the British Railway, Ollie. I was there yesterday, actually. I was there on Sunday and Monday. If you watch Matt the Train Guy, he's one of his more recent TikToks, the one where he does the announcement at Hayes Hill. Train now approaching platform 1 does not stop here. That is me driving that train. You'll see me wave at the camera. So yeah, I'm still very much there, still very active, absolutely loving it. Hopefully plan to be there for the years to come. Maybe we need to have 2 people in a room while they're all gone. Where they all gone, Joshua? Ultimately, flight sim during COVID, flight sim streams and videos had a massive hype. That's that's long gone, I'm afraid. But it is what it is. I had a good run. I'm still streaming. I get a few good popular. I get some good videos and views and here's there. Sometimes a bit weak, sometimes a bit strong. It ultimately depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, during COVID, there was a big jump in people watching flight sim videos because 1, flight sim just came out. 2, well, with lockdowns, you're trapped at home, so you just want to travel the world. Flight sim became the big thing. So yeah, maybe let's say I hope one day maybe with flight sim 24 we'll get another jump in viewership and all that. But ultimately, it's what the algorithm decides. It's what the algorithm decides. Passing now, it's now approaching flight level 20, 20,000 feet. So far, so good. A320 jets. Flying with the IAE engines as well, finally. British Airways IAEs. You don't have to see me flying this in the CFMs anymore. I do like the Fenix. The price has gone up a bit, I believe, since its initial release, but even then, I do still like the Fenix. I like the Flyby too. I was flying that the other day, actually. And yeah, to this day, the Flyby is still a fantastic aeroplane. So now flying just beyond, well, that's the Dartford crossing, that's the Queens of the 2 bridge. Now approaching Thames Estuary. Not too long now until we leave the entire UK behind.
Heathrow traffic and around the 340 Airbus approach runway 27 left.
It's on a bit of a robotic voice going through. So go to Alps Cruise, we'll relax for a couple of minutes, and then we will start thinking about our approach configuration. Just going through my screenshots now, sticking those on Volanta. Once again, if you're on Volanta, feel free to throw a friend request my way. I accept everyone on Volanta. It's one of the few social media platforms I don't have any issues with adding everyone on. So yeah, if you're on Volanta, throw an ad my way, check out the screenshots. No, Heathrow's not the destination. Yeah, do check out on that. Don't buy the A380. No, I'm well aware the A380 is not a great aircraft. Not the Flyby one, that's the Bradock 3D one. With such add-ons as the... Is that Bradock 3D? No, Captain Sim. Is Captain Sim with Bradock? See, they're both as bad as each other. Okay, it is Bradock 3D. See, they're the ones that made the 737 MAX. You know, the one that has gauges that break after 5 minutes of flying. Captain, to their credit, make half as decent visuals, albeit a lot of them are just kind of online model that already exists that you can just buy and use commercially. The Bradock 3D stuff is, I'm sorry, it is a travesty. And 737 Max ain't great either. I'm waiting for the, well, I'll say PMDG, but the other one, iFly 737, made some big screenshots and announcements. So I've got a bit of competition on that, which is quite exciting. But more aware the A380 is not great. To go this weekend, I did not Kendall. I was working that weekend. Welcome Aviation. How are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. Hope you're keeping alright. Hope you're keeping alright. So now approaching flight level 250, 25,000 feet. Aircraft looking pretty good. Should have plenty of fuel for the flight. Landing to 3.5, well above our minimum requirements. UK behind. And has just been out in Europe. In terms of our flight plan today, across the across the channel and just by Dover, north of Dunkirk, into Brussels, you enter at Cock, and make a couple of round turns, fly more direct routes into Italy. Venice, going to fly, this is our approach already planned, so there'll be northerly runway approach, let's fly away from Venice, come back around and then into land, that's fine. So the original airport, that's Venice Marco Polo. There used to be another airport. Is it Marco Polo? Or was Marco Polo the old one? Yeah, so Marco Polo is the current airport. We have this one at Treviso, which used to be the main airport, and so they built the new one. How'd strike go yesterday? So that was the ASLEF strike. That was a driver's strike. Most station staff, if not every station staff, was still working. I beat myself because it was my rest day, so I didn't have to go in to work that day. So yes, I was at the Volanta railway, like I say. That was a pretty chill day. We had a loco delivery, which was quite interesting. Got a brand new fancy battery electric loco now. Graham Alexandra from it's like loco. It's our 5th loco at the railway. 2, 3, 4, 85. Hang on. Oh, it's running out. So we had Prince Edwards. We had that was number 1. Number 2 was the American Railroad one. Number 3 was never delivered. No, number 3 is 3 or 4. Never. One of them is Robert. I think Robert's number 3. Number 4 is Lady. Number 5 Graham. Number 6 Bayhurst. Number 7 John. Yeah. Okay. So 5. Graham Alexander loco number 5 was an old diesel loco, which recently got converted into battery electric. So had a look at that when it arrives. It looks well, very techy, very gizmo-y, so you have to that train works. Sadly, I'm being passenger operations for a couple of weeks as it goes through, so testing and line running and that kind of stuff. So be a while before anyone gets to drive that. But in the meantime, got delivered. It's quite interesting. And yeah, otherwise pretty good day out. I think it has like 2 guard services, 3 or 4 drives, so not bad at one either. A couple of weeks will go there now because working most Sundays, and then the next time I'm off, I'm going to be in Poland with my grandparents, so quite exciting as well. I haven't seen them in a couple of years now. Wasn't going to go last year, but in the end plans meant I couldn't. Right, how are we doing? So now halfway through our channel crossing. France coming into view. Dunkirk is just down there. No, it's not. Dunkirk is... yeah, that's down Dunkirk. nearly at cruising altitude now, passing will approach flight level 310, 370 is our cruise. Passenger right now satisfaction at 96%. It's arrival in 1 hour and 22. That's for you. TBS is showing us 20 clouds high, so even though we're at high cruising altitude now, it's not really bumped up the numbers, interestingly enough. So basically what it does, autopilot, auto FPS, it kind of, so depending on what altitude you are at, depending on what FPS you're getting, should we put it on stream now, it's probably going to be affecting that score a little bit, it kind of bumps up the scenery quality at higher altitudes. That way on the ground, you just see what's around you. Higher up is when you start seeing a bit more of a wider area. So it kind of adjusts your terrain and objects level of detail sliders, so that the higher you are, higher it is, the lower you are, the lower that is. So it's a smart little tool, this. I like the looks of it, I can't complain about it, and there you go, so we're hitting that 30 FPS now, which again, streams are not going to help. That kind of just changes stats as the flight progresses. Do I find bad? I'm flying IVAO, Oliver. Flying IVAO. So continue our climb outs. Next couple of minutes, start thinking about our approach configuration into Venice. Still got a long time to go till we actually land, so there's no real rush for it. At some point soon, the cabin crew are going to do their cabin crew their service as well. So they've got their initial round of snacks and complimentary first-class drinks in. Time now, about an hour and 20 minutes. Probably going to be a little bit delayed, and that other part is a little bit later than I would have liked, but won't be the end of the world in terms of our arrival time. How much does it cost to keep a mini railway a year? Varies really, Joshua, sorry. I'm a bit on screen. Joshua. It varies. If we run more trains, it costs more for fuel costs and upkeep. If we run fewer trains, then we won't use as much fuel, therefore upkeep's not as high either. So it varies. Of course, all the staff are volunteers, so no one that works there gets paid. We're all volunteering. But for the actual upkeep of facilities and trains and buildings and everything else we need, spare parts, repairs, that's all, that varies too much to give you a proper fixed price. Finds a guy on Facebook who's quite interested in my setup. At Drawyah, what do I recommend to learn about IFR and single engine and then go to jets? I guess it kind of depends on what you're trying to get out of flight sim, not blanks. So really, it's a case of what do you want out of it? Because for me, at the time being like 5 years old when I first got flight sim 2004, went straight into the 737-400, kind of learn my way through there. I guess if you're at the very beginning of it all, kind of want to learn the very basics, then yes, definitely spawn in the Cessna, kind of get a feel for how things fly, how turning circles work, your pitch roll, kind of learn the basics in the Cessna if you know nothing about flight. Otherwise, if you're going into jets, then YouTube tutorials, easiest way to get into it. That's how I've done it since day one, basically. Yes, there are manuals online you can download or buy flight sim manuals, that kind of stuff, but for me, YouTube tutorials is always the good way to go in that you actually see visually what's going on, and if you do something wrong, or something that you expect to happen doesn't happen, you can kind of see what you should see, and rather what you do get. So, yeah, for me personally, I went straight into jets, and it's basically just trial and error with YouTube tutorials on how things work. Right, we're at cruise, so level 370. See now the engine's rolling back slightly. Let's yeah, setting sails up basically as the flight progresses and doesn't require as much of a push. No chat activity on my side. How's things so far? Not too bad, AvGeek. Not too bad on my ends. Just reached cruise ourselves. Entered France now. Actually, over Belgium. Sorry, Belgium. Sun's starting to set. Should get nice golden hour in a bit. Otherwise, pretty chill. Hope you enjoy the stream. British Airways flights, London Heathrow to Venice. What were you doing at the moment, dude? Where are you flying to? And also, what are you flying? I still need to get into the Embraer. I've got the Embraer 175. I need to actually fly it. That's on my list of things I need to get going, so hopefully you get that going soon. Lego Cabin Crew now in their service.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards. Warsaw's Copenhagen, PMU G738 with lots. Very nice. So what, hour and a half routes? What did I do? I did, I was lots, there's a lot Embraer 175, if I remember. I did, Billund. I did Warsaw to Billund. That was quite a nice little flight. That was actually the day after I met you in Gdansk. Went up to Billund, did a tour of the Lego house. That was absolutely fantastic. If you're around in Lego, definitely go to Billund, check out Lego house. Basically just a museum with old Lego models and stuff. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, flew the Sun Air of Denmark, British Airways, Drawyah 328 jets back to London City Airport, which was quite the experience again. I need to do it again at some point, hopefully in the daytime. I did it at night, which it was alright, but could have done it in the daytime, been a bit better. Company message received. Probably going to be no load sheet. Have a look. Atsu, AOC, messages, and it's oh, it's British Airways swaps. No edited required. Cool. Thank you. Things I did not need to know. Yeah, doing alright so far. You're playing some stream background music, so something going on. See, I'm not a fan of stream background music. For me, I get why people do it. Kind of gives people watching something to go by, but for me personally, I just find it a bit. It just doesn't add. It doesn't really take away. It takes away from this flight, which that's just my understanding on it. How are you doing now? 25 FPS. Come on, flight sim. You're doing better than that. Doing better than that. Yeah, I've been trying out auto FPS as well, but
Which again, it's working fine. The only problem is I'm streaming, so streaming's gonna wipe out any benefit it has, really. When I'm not streaming, it's great. It changes all the levels, details, and makes it high and low in the sky and on the ground. It works fantastic. Just when you're streaming at the same time, it's just adding more pressure to your GPU and CPU, which, yeah, I'd rather have it not have it. That's what I said. I'd rather have it. See where in the world you are. Ooh. Sorry, I'll go back to you in a minute. I see a contrail. I see another aeroplane. Who's that? That down there is going to be... this guy. It's another DHL. There's a lot of DHLs today. That was a 737. One at Heathrow. There was one at Heathrow as I was departing. As I was preparing my flight, there was another DHL aircraft actually in the live stream. Let's see what's on the map. Archers, outbound. And live stream. I don't know where it was going to though. Let's move in this direction. There you go. Now this guy's live streaming right now, Marco. He's in a DHL, he's out at Heathrow. He's in a lot of DHL aircraft this afternoon, this evening. You're currently on your final, 7,000 feet. Yeah, a lot of DHL aircraft. So what are you doing then? You're just a cruise. Not much going on, I see. As your passengers, 95 satisfaction, takes around 44 minutes. You're doing alright. Your wave. £4-year-old, still beautiful sim. It's been over £700 on the sim, but it's worth it. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've spent lots of hours as well over the years. It's definitely visually one of the best. One more screenshot to add to the bin of flight sim screenshots. DHL below crossing paths. Yeah, it's 3 DHLs I've seen in one flight session. It's 3 more than I normally see. And onto Volanta you go. So yeah, we're just flying over Mons now, hugging the French-Belgium border. Cross over Luxembourg as well, that's hop as well, going to fly over, and then through Germany into Italy. There you go, that's a screenshot on Volanta. Zoom in, you can make out it's the DHL 737. It's definitely there. Oh yeah, X-Plane's flight dynamics are second to none. There's no denying that from my end. X-Plane feels the best in the air. And that's through its airfoils, where they basically just modelled the flight dynamics around an aeroplane. That's a good way of doing things for flight dynamics. But Microsoft Flight Sim, when it comes to visuals, this is certainly king. Right, go on then. Let's have a look at the landing configuration for this flight. We are going to expect arrival on runway. Expect runway 04 right.
Traffic, France 467 Delta, established on the Irish runway 26 left.
04 right, Yankees and Zulu approaches. Let's have a chart. Echo Papa Zulu. So, Albert, arrival, 04 right, it's 2 Echo here. So let's go for the Zulu approach, him. 04 at Zulu. Now, do we go for the 1 Echo, 1 Papa, 1 Romeo? Okay. See, I'd rather just have the 1 Alpha, which is a straight approach, but go with the 1 Echo. Over to plan mode and just make sure that everything fits as expected. Yeah, so that's what the flight plan, the approach looks like. Although if it's not busy at Venice, in terms of arrivals, we're just expecting, there's actually quite a few inbounds, 9 inbounds. We're expected 50 minutes after arrival, 50 minutes before, so yeah, we're in the middle of, so that's us, not like 1 or 2. Quite a few flights coming from here. I don't know where the Palit is. I'm guessing south of France. I know that much. That's Bordeaux. There it is. Ah, it's a live stream. Someone's streaming it, so of course everyone's going to fly out there. Fair enough. Not really worth flight this trip. It's not part of Wildflower or anything like that. It's not part of a tour. It's just a bunch of people on that route. Okay. Well. So it's ground line, probably expects tower later on. So Niccolo, so I'm finding to here as well. For golf. But given that our operation is a little bit out of the way of everything else, and again, we're still climbing, so we'll stick it with the full approach, and if we get a shortcut, we'll get a shortcut. But for now, we'll leave it at that. So this is some fluidity I'm going to get rid of, and let's do that. Cool. An arrival, performance, next phase. It's arc mode. Grab the meter for the arrival. QNH 1014. Temperature is reporting at 16 degrees Celsius. Winds are variable at 2 knots. So let's say 040 at 2. Hydrogen 6000. And then grab the minimums. It's going to be like 400. Perfect. Oh no, ILS, sorry. 207. Right, I'm happy with that. Flight progresses, sunsets in the background. Should be nice, peaceful into this flight.
Shuttle traffic, so 371 Romeo started pushback started.
Find ourselves about halfway through the flight now. Hit our midpoint, ETA around 20:06 Zulu, which isn't too bad. It's about just after 9 PM UK time. Sunset not looking too bad. Expecting it to be a night arrival. But, Venice on arrival. OBS, come on OBS. Losing a bit of frame rate there. Just dropping a few frames. We have to chill it out a second. Of possibly booking another holiday at some point in June, seeing how prices and times work out. There you go, yeah, so as expected, Venice has now come online. So got approach, got tower, got grounds, all approach to the arrival, possibly you get sent there as well. We've got Milan radar online right now. Oh, it's got this Swiss radar as well, currently streaming. Gonna miss them, but should get the tail end of Milan radar, and hopefully they might extend over to this region as well. 9 inbounds. There you go, right, so where I was kind of in the open, in the clear, all these flights kind of jumped in now. We're going to have to, yeah, we're going to stick with the arrival and see what ATC does in terms of separation to get us in. We've still got one that's departing now, so we're going to, yeah, because I decided to sandwiched in between this, well, after the Tango Hotel Group flight, we've got 2 arrivals from, where's this? Rome coming in. It's all fun and games at Venice today. All fun and games. You done anything? No, you're about the same. Just enjoying the nice peace and quiet of the sunset there. As for flight progress, not too bad. Top percent in about 180 miles, 160 miles. Turn the display brightness down slightly so we've got a bit more light ourselves with that. That's better. Yeah, not looking too bad. Supposed to run about 40 minutes. As per the time right now, we are looking at about 50 minutes to landing. 45-50 minutes, so yeah, we're about 5 minutes behind schedule, but nothing too excessive. All comes down to that approach though. If we can get ourselves a slightly quicker arrival in, and that'd be great. But all comes down to Venice, if they can get us a nice arrival in. Also got a... You've also got a hot air balloon doing a run. So for Drawyah to Venice. Ah, you're flying to this? Ah, you're the arrival to this one, okay. Yeah, hot air balloon. Not hot air balloon, that's... A blimp or a zeppelin, there's a difference. One's got a rigid shell, the other one does not. I believe the blimp does not have a rigid shell, a rigid skeleton. A zeppelin does have like a steel frame that holds its shape. It's part of the ultralight source. Quite an ultralight you got there, my friends. You really are lights in there. Feeling now that the sun has set, you're a bit more active, aren't you? No, actually, what's up? 24. See, it doesn't feel like 24 right now. It doesn't feel as bad as it claims. It is what it is. It's storm cloud just up ahead. That's there. Might see if we get weather radar on that. Weather radar sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I believe in this aircraft it does. Switch use system 1. Just getting tad to kind of level to the aircraft. See what comes up. No, terrain radar works no problem. Weather radar sometimes, sometimes not. Let's wait and see. Already at level 370, it's not really a need to climb beyond where we're at. 120 miles to the top percent. looks a bit too thick for us to go under either. So I mean, we'd stop down to 1,000 feet to go underneath it, but a bit early for that right now. I'm also expecting we'll keeping in the area as well for IVAO to be force active to ATC, see if that happens. That's FlyLive for Zurich. So yeah, lower left. There it is. Not a bad airport, Zurich. My favourite in the world. So when you enter Zurich airport, it feels like you're walked into a shopping centre. And, finding the gates can be a bit complicated. Once you're airside, you're okay, but it's getting from land to airside that can be a chore in its own right. They might be able to see it if they get a good view angle down, but probably not. Yeah, it's not a waypoint of ours, but certainly as you make approach into Elmer, find it flies beyond it. Sus. Right there behind us, flying from south back to FlightControlReplay. Not on the flight though, not flight at all. Streaming flights. What are you flying? You're in Air Europe BA. Venice. They coming around making progress. And some are already kind of approaching now, aren't they? A bit further out, but it's like they're approaching. So we even just missed the what's this one? 28 for the last one was tested at 59. So yeah, we'll miss that. And it was two layers. One was disconnected, I see. Not too bad then. We'll get away with the worst of that. Not much going on in visibility now. It's just clouds. Clouds to the cloud in front, a little bit of sun to the right. To the left, just darkness. Just the camera to the right a little bit. $80 miles an hour, 12%. 8 miles to go, nearly there. I look at the FMS, and progress we're looking at 4, so it's 12 minutes to go now, 12 minutes.
Le numéro de téléphone 3384 120 arrière, puis c'est 35.
Get ready for AppGeek to make an approach into Copenhagen, and I think he's messed up his replay slightly. AppGeek was in the chat earlier on. Getting ready for final. He's gonna start the recording talk. I think he's messed up slightly in that he's spawned all the way back at Gdansk. Whoops! There you go. Yeah, he's up. No, no. Yeah, no. You start. What was his reaction time? He gets up replay. Presses play. Just silence. Oh, that's painful. Oh, sorry, Warsaw. He spawns back at Warsaw. Oh, that's painful. I think he's going to spawn in on the approach into Copenhagen, take it from there. Pax passengers are not happy because he diverted back to Warsaw. That's painful. Anyways, in terms of our flight, 50 miles now till the top drop. Join the glide slope. Yeah, I've checked the charts, but that's here pretty easily. Join the glide slope at 3,769, so 3,000. There you go, 3,000. It's an Airbus, nothing for you to configure. It just all happens. Press the landing system, normally get to 1,000, and the aircraft does the rest. Pros and cons to both the Boeing and the Airbus logic. Airbus, all automated, no real input from the pilot, just happens. Yeah, for the Boeing you have to do it all manually, the frequencies of the course, but then the thing I like the Boeing over the Airbus is the flight plan programming. You plug in your routes, plug in your airway, and it all happens on one screen. The Airbus kind of have to go in and out for each of the menus. Nothing to look at, I'm afraid, anymore. That's it for the visuals. We got the cabin, I guess, British Airways cabin. Again, another thing I like about the Fenix is that all the liveries, most of them at least, now come with their own dedicated interiors for the British aircraft, which is pretty good. Otherwise, there's nothing really going on apart from just a few street lights down below. Just the black aeroplane, the black void. Feel something crashing down there. See the like airplane, I have to go like this. I like the moon though, it's very fun. It's moving slightly as well. The moon does move. Leg light, you don't need it by 10,000 feet. In the Airbus, leg light on and off is automated. And the pilot, it just switches itself off. It's not fancy into the clouds. The one little bit of view left of the aircraft we've got is also now about to fade away into darkness. Flying at night, eh? The reason I tend not to do it on my streams, but on this occasion, I've got a pretty chill sunset on the way, so I can't complain about. Pardon me. Can't complain about that, is what I was trying to say. Chokes on the air. And then it's getting screenshot crops down all that, but it's not like this one, is it? That's not good. That's better. Chop the old Volanta. Also hit our main aircraft because top of the descent isn't too far away now. We're looking at that in about, it says 2 minutes, probably more than that, so 54, it's now 52, so yeah, we're about 2 minutes away from top of descent. A screenshot there from someone flew into a thunderstorm. Is that the oh, what's the name of that? Something's lights, not St. Enoch. That's a phenomenon where if you fly through a thunderstorm, it causes static port on the nose or on the windshield to discharge and creates a light. Oh, what's it called? Something begins with an E. Elmo's lights. St. Elmo's lights. Nice screenshot that. Oh, what's it called? St. Elmo's fire. There you go. Electric discharge across the windshield of a KC-10. That's what it's called, St. Elmo's. See, I didn't realise you could do this in flight sim. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's a form of plasma, electric field around object called ionization air molecules, creating a faint glow visible in low-light conditions. There you go. Nothing new every day about flight sim. That's a very nice screenshot there from that guy. I like it. Yeah. Did not know you could do that in flight sim. It's phenomenal they got links up. It has already struck down to 3,000 feet. Start descent now into Venice. Good evening, gentlemen. Updates from the flight tech. We are shortly about to start our descent into Venice, standing in approximately 30 minutes. We are a little behind schedule, we apologise for that slight delay. This is due to a slightly longer than expected loading of our baggage at Heathrow. But we'll try our best to get some time on the descent, see if we can try to get ourselves slightly early landing spots, but ultimately that comes down to the decisions of the air traffic controller. It is easy to laboratory visitors now, as we'll soon be preparing the cabin for our approach and landing into Venice. Once again, we thank you for choosing British Airways to fly today. So that's start of our descent. We'll allow Pax to figure out what the message was and then send it to the cabin. Bang on the green knot. So we can just adjust based on the rate of descent. A delay of 10 minutes, just for the sake of giving passengers the full info. The reason was due to, I guess it counts as traffic, but it's not really traffic, it's more of an airport delay. Long haul streams I want to do more of, Josh, in the future, but they take a lot of time, especially like a 10-hour long haul line. Something short like a 6-hour London to New York I could probably do at some point, that's not too much of a problem. When the A380 comes out, definitely take some long hauls on that. Tourists I definitely want to fly I want to fly Heathrow to Johannesburg, and also want to do London to Dubai, so I could probably do anyway to Dubai, but definitely London to Johannesburg. Yeah, we'll have to see. passing now through 20, well, approaching 25,000 now. Soon we'll be connecting over to Venice approach. And across parts of this aircraft here as well. They're at altitude. Where's an ATR? What's doing it? 90. So keeping an eye out for them during descents. See them on the. They don't appear on the TCAS on the PMDG, but it certainly appears on the TCAS of my VAO. To my right hand side. So we get flashy lights, we're kind of in the clouds, so we don't see much, do we? Somewhere out there. Listen to the ATIS at Venice, 128655. It's an idea for the weather, the arrival.
Visibility more than 10 kilometers. Clouds broken 1020, temperature 17 hectopascal, 1
conflicting with the ground and towers,
contact 1180 pascal.
Yeah, well, we won't do that. Let's grab the manual ATIS from them, so go grab the approach ATIS, is what we care about. Right runway 04 right, approach 04 right, TR Alpha 70, transition, that's fine. Information chai on initial contacts. Pro clouds 1000, so we'll get some cloud down below. But as long as we get a bit of the runway, we're okay. Give the manual speed a little bit, let's keep it at 280 knots, a bit longer. Some of the cabin lights, you can do that in Phoenix. If you go over to Phoenix sim settings and cabin, so the cabin lights, so we have to do that properly, realistically. Okay, we get the right meter as well. There you go. I think that's it. Come on, there we go. So, Sky Clouds 10,000, 16 centigrade, G.14, finish 101 glory. That our aircraft there. Performance, phase, 013. Everything should stay pretty much the same with the arrival. 0402, does that change? It's still variable at 2. Winds are 1004 knots. Get ready for the frequency, so it'll be 118.9. VHF2 will start with us, yeah, that'll go Unicorn, that's fine. And then tower is 120200. Three.
Ciao.
Allowing grounds. Ground is 121705. going to go the check now. So 1, 2, and 3 set up different ATCs. Switch.
Cloud temperature 1000.
I'm on a glide,
Kawet 250 X-ray, Roger, contact tower 120.2, ciao.
120.2, Kawet 250, ciao.
Good evening, Panama Radar. This is Speedbird 592, sending through flights level 145 inbound Albert.
0, clear the LS Zulu 04 right, report established.
Blocked.
Descend 4,000 feet and right heading 050 and approach ELS around 04 right.
Italia 012, for confirm, left heading 070.
Sorry, left heading 0070.
Speedbird 592 calling.
Yes, Speedbird 592, information Charlie, inbound Albert's passing flights level 130.
Speedbird 592, Padova, Albert 2 Echo arrival, ILS Zulu 04 right, squawk 6174.
Speedbird 592, expecting the Albert 2 Echo arrival onto runway 04 right, squawking 6174.
Speedbird 592, Padova, radar contact, descend to flight level, descend to flight level 70.
Send flight level 70 for Speedbird 592. Speedbird to the airplane now. See what signs come back on.
Speedbird 592 able to fly direct to Papa Zulu 725 to rejoin Albert 2 Echo arrival.
Speedbird 592, A firm, we can do direct Papa Zulu 725 to join your arrival.
Speedbird 592, Roger, fly direct to Papa Zulu 725 to rejoin Albert 2 Echo arrival, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Black John, Kawet 207, ciao.
Speedbird 592, we will fly direct to Papa Zulu 725 to rejoin the arrival and down ascends to 4,000 feet, QNH 1013.
592 for confirm, QNH 1014.
1014 for Speedbird 592. That's good, there we go. 4,000 feet.
Our final descent into Italy. Flight attendants will be passengers of
And
cabin
lights
selected
on.
to crash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also...
Italia 012, establish ILS runway 04 right.
Given a short
Italia 012, Padova, Roger, preceding medium 8 miles ahead, contact tower 120.2, ciao.
The altitude,
8 miles ahead, contact tower 120.2, sim Italia 02, grazie mille, ciao.
Gives us, yeah, it gives us 5 miles to descend. What's the altitude? 100.0. Oh no, that's alright. Better than I expected. That's fine, we can deal with that.
ATI 23 Padova, buonasera, contatto radar, Chioggia 1 Eco, l'arrivo per Ronchi, può volare diretto Rosca per poi riproseguire sulla Chioggia 1 Eco, si aspetti ILS Zulu pista 09. Alfa Tango India 23 e diretto Rosca, Romeo, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo, Alfa, per poi riprendere la Chioggia 1 Eco.
Padova diretto Rosca, per poi riprendere Chioggia diretto. Grazie Alfa Tango India.
Alfa Tango India 2-3 e vuole che la seguo fino a Ronchi o poi preferisce continuare sullo Unicom?
Padova, no, se mi puoi seguire fino a Ronchi mi fa un piacere, grazie.
Certamente, allora se vuole può già andare diretto al Papa Quebec 402 così le faccio tagliare un bel po' di strada.
Part 2 to 0 knots as well for a little while. It's a nice long run up to Venice. It skips the whole long snaky part of the approach, so we're going to go fly in basically.
Alfa Tango India 23 Papa Quebec 402 che è sulla Chioggia 1 Eco.
What do I think about the Phoenix V2? I like it, Abby. I like it.
Speedbird 592, vai all'area, clear the LS Zulu 04 right, report established.
Via Laren, cleared out approach 04 right and report established for Speedbird 592. I like it. I mean, the engine upgrade's nice, the IEs, the new liveries kind of look better and feel better. It's a nice little upgrade for this aircraft. A bit annoying they had to redo all your liveries because, of course, they did streamline it with the single vault of liveries into the PMDG kind of style. So, you have to basically redo all of that, but other than that, in terms of how it looks, how it feels, how it sounds, I like it. The IE upgrade, like I say, definitely a big one for the old Fenix. Alright, spoilers armed, flaps. Uno. Ooh, speed actually increasing there quite a bit. Spoilers out, give the aircraft sweep control again. Now I should increase my limits. Establishing localizer. No vertical yet.
Nessun problema. AT23 Papa Quebec 402.
Yeah, look on the high. But I'm not too sure. Definitely on the high end, I'm missing the top of that.
Corretto, così taglia un bel po' di miglia.
Speedbird 592, established into localizer 04 right.
Speedbird 592 Roger, contact tower 120.2, 15 miles to run.
Over to tower on 120.2 for Steward 592. Thank you for service, take care, and have a good evening. Bye bye. Right, ATV Jet 2. Good evening.
Italia 012 contact Venice ground 121.705. Ciao, buonasera.
121.705, ciao, grazie mille a te.
Good evening. Venice Tower, this is Speedbird 592, established from 104 right.
Speedbird 592, thank you, Venice Tower, good evening. Runway 04 right, clear to land, wind is 0902, 5 knots.
Clear to land, run 04 right, Speedbird 592. Established. That's a squid. Speed brakes now, don't require them anymore. Sets. Have in check. Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing. 5992. Gear down. Us. Full. Nice and steady on the approach there. So definitely a bit of a push on the wind there. It's varying between 7 and 9 knots. Nothing too excessive. 090, pretty steady. Welcome, Kendall. How are you doing? That down there, that bridge, that's the bridge that connects Venice to the mainland. It's also like the only road bridge and roads setup that actually exists in Venice. Once you hit the kind of bus station, coach station, car park, that's it. It's all canals from that point on. No cars allowed. So I'll supply that very shortly, passing was approaching 1,000. 1,000, stable approach. Switch altitude sets. Gear down, 3 greens, flap set, spoilers on, cabin secure. Is complete. Start deactivated. My airplane. $500. Above. Minimum. Minimums continue. Back to the sights. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Throttles. That's not a great landing. Reverse sets. 80 knots, 6 knots, reverse, release the brakes, vacate to the left. Not the best landing there in the world. Flare certainly a bit late than I would have liked. I've got on the replay later. See kind of, what went wrong, I guess.
The local time is 9:17 p.m. and it's currently about 17 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Let's grab the ground charts as well for Venice. Yeah, I've had better. That's not me. My best landing ever. Cool.
Pittsburgh 592 for taxi, contact the ground 121.705. Bye.
Over to ground 121.705 Seabird 592. Thank you for service and have a good evening. Ciao. CHF 3.
035 la prua.
Good evening, Venice ground, Speedbird 592, requesting taxis to the gates.
Speedbird 592, very good day from Venice ground, taxi to stand 326 via Mike.
Stand 326 via Mike for Speedbird 592, thank you. Mike, get the APU on. Touch lights set, then lights off. Stand, was it stand 326? This one parked it. Going on as well. It's the phone lights. For now. Right, parking brake sets, APU bleed on, and engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Venice, where local time right now is coming 22 past 10. We thank you for choosing British Airways. We hope you enjoyed our flight aboard with us today. We apologise for the slight delay in the arrival, but we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, this undoors cross check, please. Thank you for flying with us.
Speedbird 592, you can monitor Unicorn 122 decimal late. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Over to Unicorn 128 for Speedbird 592. Thank you for service. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.
The boarding requested.
Alright, ground services. You do your thing. Off. They come off. Some point next ground power unit as well. Ground view. Ground services. Open rear cargo can do that.
Thank you, sir. Have a good live.
Have a good life. I presume it means live stream, but cheers, dude. Always appreciated. I have a nice life. Open the rear cargo, port cargo doors. Boom.
Passengers deboarding starting.
So it's no New Zealand next week, apparently. Not quite sure where New Zealand. Well, actually, New Zealand probably do serve Venice, but not in A320. Quite a few stopovers that we had on the way. Right, so we'll do a quick replay of the landing, and then we'll bring our stream to an end. Passengers on Addison embarking through the jet bridge. Right, airplane flight reports. Flight and flights. Right, so, BA 592, A320 from Stansted to Venice, 1 hour 42 flight time, departures 1899, part of Phoenix lights. Plan arrival, not too bad either in that regard. 1 for passengers, 9 satisfaction, -564 landing. Again, not the best in the world, but we'll have that from a passenger perspective and all that. Take it from there. So that's the end of the flight. If you check out the reports, feel free to check out the flight reports and then drop into the chat now. There we go, so give it a few moments to update, and then you'll be able to see the flight reports from here. Let's disconnect my video. Thank you for the service. That was superb today. Again, the shortcut is always appreciated. Can't go wrong with that. Finish one on the replay as well. And yeah, so what I have to do is check it out. So if we go to the aircraft, I'm going to need to set up the panel states for ready, active, GSX, reset
You need to start the engines to request ground
thank
services.
you, loads, and A320 to Venice. Let's have a look at landing from the passenger's perspective first. Start on the right hand side, the more boring side. Go to settings, go to cabin lights. So let's hide my face. So you can see Venice, kind of the main island itself on the right there. Nice and steady approach. Small adjustments to the wind, nothing excessive. And touchdown, yeah. That was quite a hefty touchdown there. There's no denying it, I'm afraid. So from the left hand side. A few more lights to enjoy. No, from that angle it didn't look quite as bad. It's definitely a bounce, can't deny that, but it didn't look as bad from the left hand side. So from the landing gear perspective, anything's going to tell? It's going to be from the landing gear, back a little bit more. Position the camera, move the wheels. Is this landing as bad as it says it was? Bang on the glide slope. Don't bear in mind that the points of the camera is like the aircraft shows it's low, but it's bang on for the entire approach. Well, mine a bit too high, but easily adjusted. Yeah, I can accept that's 500 feet per minute. One more view from the side of the runway. A little bit. Right, short final in. Landing lights, is it? Oops. Ooh, what's happened to the textures of the cockpit? Yeah, that's more like it. So yeah, nice and stable approach in. And the points of impact. Yeah, okay, fairly heavy. Right, spin my cam back. Set the camera outside the aircraft. Guess bring things to an end. So yeah, that was London Heathrow to Venice. That was the Airbus A320 Fenix. Good AC from your arrival there. No complaints from myself. Yes, overall not so bad like this. Can try and get a flight sim stream in soon. Try and get on during the week. I've got a bit more free time in the evening now, so I try and do that, of course. Otherwise, yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a good week ahead of you if you're on school holidays, and one more week to go on that. So do enjoy. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a good one, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.